All right, guys, Jason Salas here, 671 Sports Nerd, and we know here on Guam we love our sports, we love to compete, we love representing our island, and someone who is making that possible and involving almost the entire world. I mean, we're getting there and everything. Steve Shimizu with Copa De Marianas.
Hey,
Steve, good to see you,
Prem. Thank you.
Okay, so we had you on the show last time. I was interviewing you out in the field. We're talking about what an event the Copa is, the level of competition, the caliber. Yeah. You've got some new updates for us and everything about everybody who's participating now. And it's not just Guam.
No. It really, the Copa really took a turn that I can't even believe it did this, because we were emphasizing on the big tournament, which is the Marianas Open. Mm-hmm. But since Copa has evolved, we've started getting international people interested in the tournament, that now they're bringing a team to Guam. I mean, from Russia to Brazil to Korea, Japan, now even FSM, they're all coming here as a team to compete at the Copa, which is, man, it's very unreal. I didn't expect that at all.
Now, what are the criteria that would allow, like, these countries, and they've got, their own caliber and their own style of being jiu-jitsu practitioners, to recognize us and to want to come out here and compete?
Well, when they go into our partners with the ASJJF, they would have to be recognized through them as where this instructor got their belt, where they got this, where they got their level of I guess how you put your belt together is either white to black. Well, that needs to be
how well structured the program is.
Yes, it has to be recognized by the ASJJF. So all of them that are in this tournament are definitely well recognized. You got Carpe Diem. There's so many people from Japan that are starting to catch word of the tournament, which makes it very interesting, because now our Guam athletes have their hands full. I thought they were going to have their hands full on October, but man, oh man, we have at least over 50 athletes coming in from off-island, at least 50 athletes. So,
and we were talking about last time the fact that the Copa De Marianas and that whole experience, it's not just like a one-day thing, or it's not just a couple matches. It is an entire, community. It's an experience to itself. You were saying that the Guam athletes and the ones we're sending to other places, they're not going to necessarily have home mat advantage. No. Now we do, because people are coming here. So, our people are going to have to come out. They're going to have to cheer their neighbors, their classmates, the people they go to church with and everything.
Yes,
because you're going to see top of the line competition.
Yeah, that was the goal, right? Because every time we would go, and we'd go, when I was training and going through competition everywhere, we'd fundraise, and the goal was to go and compete at all these prestigious tournaments. But it was so hard to get to, and then when we got there, it was like, wow, this is not our turf. We feel a little bit like the underdog, which is always, that's usually how it is. But now at our home turf, our home advantage is that people come in. This is our backyard now. Now we could get to compete against the world's best, and we just wake up in the morning, eat breakfast and drive about 5 minutes away, and we're there. So
it is added pressure if your Nina comes out to your match and is cheering you on, and she's got like a little sign.
Yes.
So what kind of pressure does that put on, like, the local athletes? I mean, in addition to motivating us and spurring us on.
The local athletes, they're very prideful at what they do, right? Yes, so if they don't train for this, they won't enter. So this tournament is like one of their big, they use other smaller tournaments to get ready for this, but even at that, they still have to make that decision to pull the plug if they're going to do the Copa or they're going to do the Marianas. It's not a small tournament. It's a very big and well displayed of professionalism that you'll see in any tournament and around the world. So the athletes, when they prepare for it, I think a lot of it is mental, and especially the coaches. The coaches, they have their hands filled, because they hold that trophy. They're defending champions. If they're holding that, I mean, a lot of people gunning it on the Copa trophy, even the off-island people.
Absolutely. Okay, so that being the case, let's talk registration. Are there any slots left right now for athletes, teams? We may get some military people that just transferred on island, and they're like, hey, I'm a certain belt and everything like that. I would love to get involved, because it sounds amazing.
We have close to about, I would like to say 60, almost 70 slots left. We're scratching on 350 right now.
And that's going to fill up fast.
Yeah, so usually by this time to that, I have closed down registration like 3-4 hours prior to the tournament. Once we hit a certain number, we stop. We just don't care to go further than that, because we don't care about quantity, we care about quality. So in order for us to run a professional tournament, you have to be focused on your end goal, you know? So you start here, you don't bite off more than you can chew. So that's why we cap. And people don't understand. They're like, wow, Steve, why do you cap? You know, you can get more people. I said, I probably can, but that puts me behind, you know? That puts me where the place where our staff is already working as hard, and we want to do it straight arrow. We say we're going to start at this time, we're going to start at this time. If we say we're going to end at this time, we're going to end at that time.
Well, that's a perfect segue, Steve, because I mean, it's not only, there is an incentive to competing in the Copa, because it's not only great for, you know, for personal pride, for bragging rights, you know, for your self-confidence as an athlete. You can represent your gym, represent your island. There is also the incentive of a prize package. So, you know, it's going to help your bank account.
Man, oh man, if you win the trip to Nagoya, not only that, all of the international people that are coming here, come October, your team, the international team, has that possibility of going for the 50K, which is
50K, 50 large.
50K. Now, this is not just like, okay, maybe we're going to put it together. No, this is guaranteed 50,000. We say we're going to put 50,000 on the line. That's what we're going to do. So flying over 70 people internationally, winners from all over the world, coming here to Guam, you know what that's going to do to this island? We're going to have over 200 off-island competitors competing against our 400 contestants here. So registration will fill up on that, and if it does close, it's going to close early.
It's like the Olympics, you know, you're assembling the best of the best, and you're rewarding them as such.
You have to give that incentive to an athlete that works so hard, you know. The saying used to go in my old gym, hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work hard.
There you go.
So everyone now puts it all on the line. They get it done, because when they start seeing the level of participation on this type of tournament, they know that this is not just a tournament to just, oh yeah, let's just enter this. I think I'll think about it. No, you better think about it 5 months ago. You should have thought about this way in advance.
You got to put in work.
Because I'll tell you right now, Jason, it's really, people now want to win. They want to win. The people that are coming here, they're not coming here to, you know, they want to form the camaraderie, but these that I spoke to, the off-island teams that are coming, they said this. They said, we want to take the trophy. We want the Marianas Open trophy to come home with us in Japan or Korea. So these guys are coming on strong. So our athletes, I have confidence with them, but you know, it's a tournament. You know, I'm a Guam boy. I'm always going to be root for, you know, the Guam people. But at the same time,
and Guam loves a winner too. We love victory.
Yes, but at the same time, you can't count the international teams out, because they're coming.
There you go.
They are coming.
Okay, before I let you go, Steve, that's a perfect way to wrap this up, because we were just talking about the Olympics a second ago, right? Can I get your perspective on when Jiu-Jitsu could possibly, specifically Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, could be an Olympic sport?
I know the last Olympics, it got introduced. And I know there is already a federation that is starting to focus on getting the Olympics Jiu-Jitsu into the Olympics. So, you know, if this ever happens, I'm so confident that Guam will be part of this, because you see Jiu-Jitsu, it's huge. Everyone loves this sport. I mean, man, I love it too. I love watching my kids. My son's in the tournament.
People do it worldwide, and they're really good at it too.
Oh yeah, and I think that's what the world's waiting for. They're waiting for the Olympics to start so that people can accept this sport, because this sport should have been in the Olympics 10 years ago. You know?
Absolutely agree.
But
maybe
right
in LA by 2028.
Yes,
hopefully.
I'm hoping that, you know, I'm hearing this. I'm hearing that it's going to happen. And
you got the inside track, everybody, from the man himself, Steve Shimizu, behind the Copa De Marianas. Sorry, real quick, if people want any information, what are your socials, and how can people check out more?
Well, they can check out our IG and our Facebook, the Marianas Open. All the information's there, or you can hit us up in our website, www.marianasopen.com. You know, or look at the numbers and give us a call, and, you know, we'll be glad to assist you, answer all your questions. If you are wondering when it starts, just pay attention to the details when we announce it. There's going to be some announcements. I will announce to the coaches and the parents as to a briefing prior to the tournament. So we're going to try and get that briefing on at least 20 minutes before the tournament. That way everybody can have a smooth nice time at the Copa De Marianas.
There you go. That is the word. Once again, you heard it. The man is literally the Energizer Bunny, everybody. He never stops working and everything. He's doing it for our community because he really cares. So, Steve, always a pleasure, man.
Thank you, Prim.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, man.
All
right on.
Steve Shimizu, Copa De Marianas, coming up sooner than you think.